And it's going to be a shot. Phillips does well. Is that a penalty? Have a day off, ref. No sense. Makes no sense. What has just happened? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Charlton Athletic Career Mode. Now, this should be a good way to start things off today. You will see we got 5 A's. A's across the board in the training drills. Nobody going up a rating yet, but lots of stats improved and lots of leeway made in terms of getting these players up and where they need to be going forward. You can see Smith Rowe very close to a 69, Gallagher very close to a 72, Lapsley also very close to a 65. Let's have a look at today's calendar, see what games we may have coming up in today's episode, depending on how much we get done. So first of all, we have a home game against Cardiff. Then we've got an away fixture against Luton, could be difficult, and then we've got a home game against Sheffield Wednesday. Now, I'm thinking the home game against Sheffield Wednesday might be the most difficult. Actually, both of these will be very difficult. I think both of these two teams are, up in the top 6, definitely at least. Luton, however, are a club that are kind of suffering this season, it has to be said, in the Championship. Let's just confirm that. So Cardiff, yeah, 4th. Sheffield Wednesday were in the top 6, actually, and it looks like they've dropped out and they are now in 7th place. So, let's see how we do in the sim against Cardiff, first and foremost. Actually, should I? Nah, I think we'll play the Cardiff one, and then we'll sim the other 2. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Before we get into that, though, make sure if you are enjoying the series, you do whack a like on this video. For me, it really helps me know that you are enjoying the series and enjoying the videos. But without further ado, let's have a look at some sort of player to potentially get through the door ready for the summer, for January, not the summer, January. We've addressed one of our winger slots with another guy from the youth academy. I can't remember his name now, but look at this, guys. Should we do it? Get Diego Lainez, the hero of the Charlton Athletic FIFA 19 career mode. Should we get him through the door? He is at Real Betis at the moment. He's probably going to cost us our 6 million, just out of our price range probably. But that would be amazing if we could get him back. Let me know if you would want me to re-sign Lainez. Now, one area of the pitch where we are definitely lacking is centre-back. Beyond Pearce and Lockyer, we have Naby Sarr, we have Oshilaja. All 4 of those players I just mentioned, maybe less so Lockyer, but all 4 of those players are basically in or around their primes in terms of their age. What we need is a young centre-back to work on. And I think this guy right here, Sepp van den Berg of Liverpool, could be a really good player to get through the door. I've also looked at this guy, Roger Ibanez, but he's in fact 3 years older and worse rated than Van den Berg. And the price difference between them is not that much. We can definitely afford him. His release clause is literally 2.7. So, I think we go in and we try and get Sepp van den Berg. The club isn't willing to sell this player, but you can pay his release clause of 2.7 million and start negotiating with him directly. Now, 2.7 million is a bargain for the player that this guy might become. But let me just have a look at other options first. So my alternative really is to go for somebody like Walukovic, but I'm probably going to end up paying like a similar amount to Sepp van den Berg. He's 17 as well and 66 rated. I think, guys, it's going to be worth just paying the money. The only other thing that I can really think of which makes sense financially is either this guy or Bispo from PSV, or obviously Roger Ibanez from Atalanta. Now, I think that because we're potentially going up to the Premier League, we need somebody who's higher rated and is going to grow quicker. So I think I'm going to pay the release clause of Sepp van den Berg. But at the same time, I did want to get Kijana Hover in the club as well, who is equally looking like a very good prospect. We could still do that in the future though. He's not that expensive. So for now, I'm just going to get Van den Berg in the club. Let's pay the negotiations. And that is a very, very promising player through the door, as long as we can negotiate his contract, which we will do hopefully in a second. So we've got him. We have secured him. So the only negative thing that came out of this was that the guy is demanding important first team valuation in the squad, which means he wants to be playing like 20, 30 games a season. Don't know if I can promise him that when he comes through the door in January, because Pearce and Lockyer are like 4 or 5 ratings ahead of him. But we can certainly work towards it, and that is, I just wanted to make sure that somebody was coming in the door, and that is 2.7 million out of our transfer budget, which means we have another wedge of money that we can use for a winger, hopefully, probably a winger. We've got cover everywhere else. A winger, though, we do need to get through the door. So there are some wingers I was looking at. We won't address that right now, but we will be looking at that in the January transfer window. Let's move on to the actual gameplay today. And our first game is going to be against Cardiff. We've actually got a week's break, so we get a chance to train, which is always good. We could potentially see some of these boys going up in rating. I think I'm just going to sim it this time. George Lapsley want to keep working on his finishing. We'll get it up to like near 70, I suppose. I think I might actually change Gallagher as well. Hold on. Okay, yeah, let's go with that. We've just swapped Conor Gallagher's training drill to a dribbling and sprint speed based one because I am noticing that he's a little bit slow and he's a player that could 100% benefit from a little bit of sprint speed love. So we'll go with that. He definitely needs work on his defensive side of things as well. But BADFD, not the best day for Bond, and Smith Rowe, but we can live with it and move on to this game now against Cardiff. We have a scouting update first of all though from Mr. Leto, and a couple of good players I'm spotting so far. Fang Ren, not good enough. Ki Chen Deng, not quite good enough, but we'll leave him for a bit. Do Wan Zhu, no. Deng and Peng. Okay, you know, these are all players that we can consider. He's a right midfielder. That could be good. He could be a right back. Either way, we'll let these guys all be scouted further and we'll go from there. Over in the player chat tab, Beram Kayal is not liking the idea of being benched against Cardiff. I'll say there's bigger games ahead because I know for a fact... Actually, no. I was going to say I know for a fact that I want to go with Cullen and Gallagher, but that's not true. I'll say I'll consider it. I think I actually will start Kayal. We'll see. First of all, though, press conference time. Let's see what weird and wonderful questions we get asked by the press this time around. Does your team have what it takes to keep this momentum going? I'll say it's our responsibility to try. It's just true. A true clash of the Titans today as you face Cardiff. Who will get out on top? Well, I obviously think us, but we'll play and see. The lads have trained a lot, yeah. Is there a chance that Cardiff will win the match against your team? Well, I mean, it's football. Anything can happen. There is a good chance that we will win. Oh, this is just such a rubbish question. Oh, saying our football is far from perfect has not made them that happy. Okay, they're still happy, but that didn't have a positive impact on them. My thinking behind that answer was that we can still improve and we should know that we're not the finished article and get too ahead of ourselves. Apparently that didn't do too well for the team morale, but we're still a happy squad, which is good. Back at the Valley once again then for this fixture against Cardiff. We were at the Den last time out, had a fantastic 4-1 win. Before that, the game we played was another fantastic 4-1 win against Derby. This time around, the opponents are relegated from the Premier League, let's not forget, Cardiff City, who will provide a tough competition for us, I do firmly believe. Let's have a look at the squads. Just highlighting that Jonathan Lecco, by the way, is on some hot form. Yeah, look at that, by the way, the table. We are third, they are fourth. If we win, we will put ourselves 4 points ahead of them. If they win, they're 2 points ahead of us. So it's a very big stake game, actually, today. Here we go, then. This is the squad. Have a look at those subs. Drink them in first, because they will disappear before you know it. Then we move on to the starting 11. We have put Kayal in ahead of Cullen. Cullen is on the bench, though. And other than that, it's a pretty predictable lineup. It looks like Lockyer there is on a yellow card, or sorry, one yellow card away from a suspension potentially. Here is the Cardiff City lineup. Junior Hoyle, I'm a bit scared of. Of course, Josh Murphy, I'm a bit scared of. Tomlin, good player. Glatzel, I've not actually heard of. Probably just my poor championship knowledge. It should be better. Flint and Morrison at the back, a solid pair of defenders. So, again, tough competition today. Let's see how we do. Instantly, we've given the ball away to Josh Murphy. And he sears down the left channel like it's nobody's business. He puts the cross in, Jason Pearce gets it away. An early corner for Cardiff. Poor from us really to give this sort of chance away this early, but that's what we're living with. Joe Rolls puts the ball in, and that's going to be Dylan Phillips's. Just goes over the bar. Jason Pearce doing well, dribbling past a couple of players. That's a horrendous pass though. And here comes Bennett for Cardiff. Cardiff on the attack now with Junior Hoylett. Good Championship player. Here he comes, putting a cross in. Jason Pearce gets his head to it first. Kyle gets a toe in. Brilliant stuff. And Gallagher manages to squirm the ball away to Johnny Williams, who's got a great passing stat and shows us all about that with that pass there to Jonathan Lecco. Jonathan Lecco looking for a little layback. That's great defensive challenge to prevent, I think it might have been Smith Rowe from getting the shot off. Lots of space from the left back area for Bennett. Murphy stubs the ball inside to Tomlin, gets it back. Murphy tackled well by Chris Solly. Although his rating is pretty limited, Chris Solly has been very solid, at least this month. Pass wasn't quite accurate enough to Lecco though. Here comes Tomlin now for Cardiff. Pokes the ball to Murphy. Little ball inside in the back of the net from Glatzel, but it works out that it was offside in the first place. Lucky for us, because that was a good finish. Definitely have to be a little bit more patient in this game. We've just given the ball away again to Tomlin this time. And Johnny Williams can't get anywhere near him. Murphy now out to the wing where Bennett waits. He looks to put a cross in. Lockyer, this looks like to be their game plan, putting crosses in against our defenders, which with Pearce and Lockyer in the middle is not the brightest idea. I mean, Lockyer's not the tallest, but he's very good aerially nonetheless. As I say before, okay, I thought that was going to be a glitch there. Luckily for us, it wasn't. Phillips, that's a poor throw. Phillips. Hoylett picks up the loose ball, and it's Rouse to Hoylett again, and Jason Pearce, very well worked. That's going to be a goal kick. And Gallagher gets the ball away. We literally cannot maintain possession. It's ridiculous. Joe Rolls, Gallagher this time. Come on, let's look at these loose passes. Honestly, look at that. That's another loose pass. Let's keep possession. Look, we can't. I don't know why the game is doing this to us. Lyle Taylor though, fantastic work. I should stop complaining when I've got a chance. Lyle Taylor's run is horrendous, but nonetheless, Lecco puts the ball in the back of the net. The boy is on hot form, everybody. Here he is, Jonathan Lecco, man of the moment. And I was complaining because Taylor's running was awful. Credit to the Cardiff defenders, but also Taylor should have just pulled off them. Lecco had to go himself, and that he did, and sticks the ball in the back of the onion bag against the run of play entirely. Charlton go 1-0 up. Smith Rowe, again, wanted that back to Kyle. No idea why he decided to choose Purrington as the pass there. Now, all of a sudden, Cardiff on the attack. And straight through the middle, it's Pack. And it's going to be a shot. Phillips does well. Is that a penalty? Have a day off, ref. That is never a penalty. Ben Purrington has just given away a pen, or is it Lockyer? Lockyer, sorry. For what? For what? No sense. Makes no sense. What has just happened? Right, okay. He's going left. And that's a fantastic penalty. Off the bar, Glatzel went the right way, Phillips, but Glatzel, yeah, did just went for power, really, and luckily it clipped in off the underside of the bar for him. Stupid decision. Stupid decision. And let's have one more look at this pen. Phillips went the right way. Yeah. Oh, piss off. Lecco making a run for Chris Solly. He's found. Look at all of those options in the box. Look at all those players really trying hard to get in the box as well. Jesus Christ. Luckily we work it to Gallagher. And Lyle Taylor just can't get there ahead of the defender and away for a corner. It's going to be Smith Rowe over it. Going to put it into that sort of area, and the keeper collects that easily. Lecco. Across his own box. That's poor. And that is off the post. Dylan Phillips rushing to get that pass. That was a bad pass, really, from Lecco. Gave Glatzel a chance. And it just came off of the shin of Dylan Phillips. Very important touch and out for a corner. All of a sudden, we're absorbing a lot of pressure. Half-time is coming, though. Can we get this away? It's headed by the Cardiff player. And that should be it now for the first half as this ball goes up the pitch. Half time now, the score 1-1. We scored against the run of play, and then Cardiff earned themselves a very dodgy penalty, if you ask me. Please leave a comment on whether you thought that was a penalty, because I don't know if I'm crazy or if the game just messed up there. That doesn't tend to happen online, which is interesting. But the score is 1-1. We've seen worse score lines. Let's have a look around the grounds at the scores. And yeah, our rivals are doing... Oh, look at that, Barnsley. 1-0 up away from home. Bottom of the table, I think, or along with Luton. Yeah, okay, yeah, I can't bother to take those in now. Basically, let's get into the second half and concentrate on what's in our own power, which is defeating, hopefully, Cardiff City here. We're going to have to play better, though, if we do want that end result, I have to be honest. Oh, Chris Solly's got an injury there. We're going to have to sub him off in a moment. But he does well to maintain the possession for Charlton. Williams not having the best of games. Actually, he's earned himself a foul. Fair play to him. And as you will see now, we are going to get Matthews on the pitch for Chris Solly. Don't want to worsen that injury. And let's see how long that is after the game, because hopefully it's not too long. Here's Kayal. Takes the short ball from the free kick. Here's Gallagher. Forward to Williams. Williams, they're all over him, Williams. It's the Welsh rivalry, innit? Here we go. It's Smith Rowe. That's a poor pass. Could have been better, and we might have had a chance of scoring there. Chasing the ball and with legs on Pearce is Junior Hoylett. Pearce does well to recover. Not the paciest of defenders, Pearce, but did very well there. Here we go. Williams back to Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe to Kayal. To Gallagher. To Lecco. Lecco back to somebody. Shoot! Oh, that's got to be a goal. That has got to go in the back of the onion bag, boys. Unlucky, but still, that could have been a goal. Come on now. Uh-oh, here comes Hoylett. Great tackle, Jason Pearce. Possibly man of the match for me. And Kayal up to Williams. I need you to run, Taylor, and I need you to run smart. Ah, oh, look at that. Too many players in the way. Here comes Smith Rowe, though, who eventually got there. Smith Rowe using his strength. Smith Rowe in the box. Unlucky Smith Rowe. Here we go. Williams off the pitch. On come Sam Field and Macaulay Bond, literally just for the corner. Let's see if anything can come of that substitution. Smith Rowe puts it in. That's not a great corner. Purrington gets the ball. Feeds it to Matthews. Here's Lecco to Taylor. Taylor in the box. Taylor, shoot! Oh, it takes a deflection and straight into the path of the ex-Charlton keeper, Etheridge, and that is, it's Neil Etheridge with the last throw of the game, and that is a 1-1 draw at the Valley. Slightly disappointed because in the second half we were the more likely team to score, but nonetheless we take a point against a very good promotion team. It's a better point for Cardiff in the current circumstance than it is for us, but we'll take it. You know, it could have been worse. Deservedly so, Lecco and Taylor with the best ratings for Charlton. Everybody else played pretty averagely. I thought Solly and Pearce had a very good game, and actually that is reflected quite well in the ratings. Other than that, I thought Smith Rowe played better than that 6.7 reflects. For them, they played pretty decently as well. And of course, the end result is a draw. Let's go to the interview. Would giving Cullen a chance to play have helped the team win today? He can prove me wrong. I don't like any of. I literally don't like any of these answers. I'll just say I'm fully responsible. A really tight contest today. What was your overall impression of the performance? I think that we should go with two very strong defences. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So both of my answers have had a good impact so far on the team. And finally, the question is, could you put your draw against Cardiff into context? Maybe make some comments on your team's performance. Let's see. This is not the result we wanted. That's kind of true, but at the end of the day, it's not a bad point. We were evenly matched. I'll just go with that. And yeah, that's had a decent impact on the team. So yeah, they did play well. And for me, it was never a pen, but that made the most sense probably to say there. So let's get into a little bit more training. Let's simulate all of these. And you can see Smith Rowe, his finishing goes up from a 69 to a 70, which is great. His overall goes up to a 69. That's very good to see. Everybody actually performed pretty well there. And Yang Bai, nearly a 60 rated left back as well. Kayal chatting to us in the old player chat tab. He says, "Hey Gaffer, I really appreciate you listening to me and letting me get out there to play while I'm in form. I'll say keep it up," which, yeah, just has a decent impact on him. He's already pretty much at max happiness. Gallagher says, "Thanks for putting me back into the team. I don't mind missing the occasional game, but I really need to play or I just can't be at the club." I'll just say I'm proud of you, because why not? And immediately focusing on a game now. Oh, no thank you. A game against Luton Town. It's only a couple of days after our last game, so a little bit of rotation will probably be necessary here. Yeah, we've had to make a lot of changes here, fatigue-based changes, and you will see that we've made, yeah, a fair few rotations there. Oshilaja comes in, Sarr and Page. Let's see what the score is here. Is it going to be a win for Charlton? Wow, it is going to be a win. And it's going to be Macaulay Bonne and Josh Cullen on the score sheet. Now, I think if we hadn't trained Bonne, guys, in a situation like this where we need to rotate the team, I think that we might not have got that result here. Now, Bonne, I know a lot of you, or a few of you, have said that it's not worth training him. But yeah, I think that reflects that it has been justified. And we take the 3 points away at Luton. That's a really, really good result. Well done to Josh Cullen as well. Dylan Phillips coming into the player chat saying, thanks for all the first team football. I'm proud of you, Dylan. You've been doing very well. Naby Sarr says, I need to play more often. The amount of matches I'm getting at the moment isn't good for my career. I'm counting on you in decisive moments, Naby. That is what I believe. He's pleased with that. Oztuma says, I don't mind missing the occasional game, but I need to play. I will just say I'm proud of you as well, Oztuma. That's good for him. So well done to the boys for getting that cheeky away win. Let's get into our last game now against Sheffield Wednesday, which could be very, very, very difficult. So the final action of the episode will be this game to end off November at home against Sheffield Wednesday. It's going to be difficult. Sheffield Wednesday, I know, a pretty good team. They're 9th in the table, so they have fallen off a tiny little bit. They are only, though, is that 5 points? Yeah, maths, quick maths. 5 points behind us. We are still 4 points off of the automatic spots, especially after that win against Cardiff. I think that's what did us. Sorry, that draw against Cardiff. That's what done us. But yeah, this game against Sheffield Wednesday, quite important. A little bit nervous to sim it, but the home advantage eases a little bit of that nervousness. But we will see if this was the right choice. In about 5 seconds time, we've reshuffled the pack, like I said, back to our starting 11 that we normally see. And wow, there is the weird simulation stuff happening. 4-1 at the Valley against Sheffield Wednesday. And they went 4-0 up, by the way, and then Taylor scored in the dying minutes. Shouldn't be happening. Really shouldn't be happening. Bit weird that it did happen, in fact. Huge loss for us. Massively embarrassing loss. Bit peed off with that, but let's look to sort of change things around going into the next episode, guys. We'll probably have to keep an eye on that sim because, yeah, like I said, it's very, very weird. As you will see, it's the first now of what comes after November. December, I think. The festive period begins. And let's see if anybody's gone up in rating. In fact, should we save that for the next episode? You might have got a sneak peek there. I saw 1 or 2 that have gone up. But guys, you need to let me know who you think has been the player of the month throughout November. Leave that in the comments. Other than that, I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching once again. And sweet.